No, it's not worth it. All right, before I go on a tangent, let me just explain to you what 3on3 is if you don't understand what this game is. It's a free-to-play basketball game that came out on PlayStation, I think in 2016. I played it when it basically first released, and I had a pretty good time with it. It wasn't too scummy, you know, it was just a free-to-play basketball game. It was pretty chill, just doing whatever, right? But then it came to a point with the release of certain characters that it just wasn't fun to play anymore. It legit wasn't fun to play anymore. And so, yeah, 3on3 is just a free-to-play basketball game. It released on PlayStation, I believe, first, right? Yeah, and then it came on Xbox and it came on PC. And it's just a chill little game, you know, not too many mechanics to it. It's not 2K. You're not dribbling all over the place. It's a very simple game. But this game just became not worth playing, I would say, like, around 2020. Around that time period, like a little bit after 2020, I would say. When two characters in particular dropped, and those were Jack and Lou. Before these two characters dropped, the game wasn't too bad, right? I mean, it was still kind of a little scummy with the transactions it wanted you to do, but not to the level it became after these two characters dropped. So if you don't know who Jack and Lou are because you're a baby, you're a toddler, I don't know, you're cross-eyed, you've never seen these characters before, Jack and Lou are two very good defensive characters in 3on3, all right? But they can also score pretty well too. So you got two good defensive characters. You have two good defensive characters and good offensive characters, right? And you're probably asking, why does this really matter? It matters because in 3on3, to defend somebody, you all you do is press square to try to block them. It's not like 2K where you hold up your hand and you pressure them to miss the shot. You know, eventually 3on3 did come out with something to make somebody miss the shot. I'll get to that in a little bit. But before, all you had was square to block the shot, okay? You couldn't really make them miss the shot when you're just standing there. You have to either block the shot or contest it to the best of your ability, I would say. Like, you gotta jump. You gotta jump. You can't just hold up your hands. That's not a thing in 3on3 unless the character has a skill for it. So yeah, when Jack first came out, he had a skill that let him just block the shot, you know, instantly, right? Yeah, he had a tip and block. And this was the start of 3on3 dying, man. It was the start of 3on3 becoming a terrible game because the devs had this mindset, man. The way they were about to change the game and how they were gonna change the way that you had to like play the game and how you had to use the characters. It was horrific the way they were going when they added this character. So everybody, of course, if you didn't have Jack, you're pretty much screwed. You needed a Jack on your team because you had a very good defensive character. Nobody in the game was like Jack. Jack was just, he was a defensive god. He could just block anybody if the tip and block. It was way too OP, okay? Even if they nerfed the dude. So this is how 3on3 handles nerfs and buffs. They don't change the skills. They nerf the attributes of the characters. So in 3on3, every character has attributes, right? Like their 3-point stat, their blocking stat, and all that, right? Like how they nerf people is they lower those stats, but those don't really matter. Like the tip and block, if you press it at the right time, you're guaranteed to get the block. It doesn't matter if you nerf the block. It doesn't matter if you nerf his mid-range. None of that shit matters at the end of the day, right? What matters is the skills that these characters have. And this is another problem, right, with 3on3. This is a huge problem. And if you ever seen me stream 3on3, I streamed 3on3 a lot in the past. I always would complain about this. This is the biggest problem, and this is why 3on3 is not worth playing. This is the biggest problem I'm about to say right here. When a new character comes out, like 3on3 always drops new characters with great skills, like the good skills that came from past characters with other skills added on, right? And they would do nothing with the old characters. So what they do is they're forcing you to buy the new characters in order to even play the game. You can't play the old characters and just be super good. Well, you can be good against trash. You're gonna be playing against bots most of the time because not even that many people play this game anymore. But when you play against the really good people who are playing like the meta characters, the new characters, you're gonna get your ass kicked because they don't have the skills required to compete to these characters. And in 3on3, they have something called a 6 prestige, right? You gotta prestige your characters. You gotta level them up to get new skills. And they have something called a 6 prestige, right? I think it's something they added like 2 years ago, where you can get an additional skill for your character. You gotta choose between 3 skills that one skill you're getting is not saving you. It's not saving you compared to a new character that got 5 good skills off the bat. It's not saving you. Jack and Lou were just the catalyst for this, man. Like, they started doing this mess for every single character that came out. And if you did not buy these characters, you were doomed. And that is a scummy thing to do. Like, just think about any game you played before. Any game you played before in the past. Has any game really just forced you to buy a new character in order to be good at the game? It is actual ass. It is actual trash, man. Like, I can't even name one game that requires you to buy the new characters because they refuse to change the skills of the old characters. I can't even think of one. Well, I guess maybe gacha games, but 3on3, I don't think 3on3 is supposed to be a gacha game, but at this point it basically is. You got people out here dropping thousands of dollars on this game just basically every single month, dropping loads of money on this game, just trying to get the new characters, build the characters. This game's basically a gacha game. This is a gacha basketball game. That's what this is. If you want to just keep being like, keep having the best skills, the best moves, keep being like the top dude with that character, you're gonna have to keep playing. You're gonna have to keep putting in money. All right, you're gonna have to keep putting in money into this game nonstop. I just don't see how you can have fun without putting money into this game. That's the only way I had fun playing this game. So if you guys watched me before, right, I did stream this game a good bit, and I said that I would stop putting money into the game, and then I kind of just stopped streaming it. It's because it's legit not fun when you don't put any money into it. It's not fun sitting on here trying to grind this game. It legit is a gacha game. It is a gacha game. They want you to be on this game forever just to get the bare minimum to max out your character, to level up your character, level up your skills. It's ridiculous. There's better games that I could play. Like, Monster Hunter Wilds is out right now. You know that I'd rather play Mega Man than this. And I've been suffering in the Mega Man games. I died so many times, but I'd rather play that than this garbage, man. It's so bad. It's actually so bad. Just don't even get involved with this game. I was gonna add some edits and stuff to just flash some things for you guys so you understand what I'm talking about. But honestly, this game doesn't even deserve that. I'm on the game right now. I'll show you guys a few things real quick. So this is the character I'm talking about that kind of started changing the game up, right? This right here was the turning point in the game when this dude came out, man. And he had his defensive skill that just immediately blocks the shot. And then it slowly, like, I would say right here is the start where every single character had a bunch of good skills that just made you buy the character, bro. This was the point. Every single one of those characters from, who was it? Ayla, just forward. All these characters are good characters. Just every single one of these characters are good characters because they want you to buy them. They want you to level them up. They want you to 6 prestige them. They even have 7 prestige out right now. They're just going to eventually be an 8th prestige, a 9th prestige, and the 10th prestige. But yeah, it'll go all the way up to 10th prestige. This game has 10 prestiges. It's basically a gacha game. It's basically a gacha game, but it's farming your money. It's farming your money like a gacha game would. So hold on. See, just look at this. Look how badly they want your money, man. Like, look at all these things you gotta buy. See this little P right here, this red P, you gotta pay for that with real money or like grind ranked and get at least 250. You know, getting I think the max ranks SSS, you get 250 P points. If you reach SSS, and good luck getting that when you're facing people who sweat and play, you know, the good characters constantly. You're definitely gonna have a fun time doing that. But yeah, that's basically the only ways you're gonna get the P points. Or make videos, but making videos on this game it's stupid. It's stupid. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So they have so many different ways to farm money from you. You know, you got to pay for every single character that comes out. Or if you don't want to do that, you can buy this little plan, you know, this little, well, not plan. It's the ultimate pass. I believe it costs like $90, $70 where you get every single character. You know, that's a lot of money just to get every single character from then forth. I'm pretty sure like Paladins had something cheaper. Other games had something cheaper to get every single character in the game. It's pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive. They really want your money. There's so much ludicrous shit in this game. Like so much ludicrous stuff in this shop. They're trying to farm your wallet. Like look how much this costs in P points. This costs 999. And you need one of these books to P6 your character. You need 2 of them to P7 your character. And you know how much that is? Like 999. You know how much that would cost to get that much? Hold on. I didn't mean to click on that right here. You have to pay $90. $90 bucks, or, you know, 100 if you get, well, no. Wait, yeah. 90 would be the cheaper option for you, all right? So you'd have to pay $90. $90 to get one book to P6 your character. And then if you wanna P7 them, you're gonna have to spend that $180 or grind your ass off. And it's just not worth grinding this dog shit game. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Not even worth editing the video. Not even worth editing a video for this game. I realized I forgot to go over a few things for people who don't know anything about this game. I kind of just went on a long tangent right there, so I'll go ahead and explain some things right now. So the thing is, you know, let me explain this. When you first start off this game, you're going to be playing with bots most of the time, right? You're not going to be playing with the people who played this game for a while until you're level 30. And then when you do, you're not going to have a fun time. You're going to get your ass kicked every single game. Your teammates are always going to blame you for losing. It's basically, like, legit, I can't stop saying this enough, but I realized just how much of a gacha game it is, because when you first start a gacha game, you will not be on the same level as your, you know, obviously the other people who played the gacha game, because they grinded for a while. They spent a good bit of money to get to where they are, so you can't really catch up to them unless you spend money. That's exactly what 3on3 is. If you start 3on3 and when you hit level 30 you start playing with the big boys, you will not be able to be that good at the game unless you spend money. You have to buy the new characters. You have to make sure their skills are leveled up. You got to make sure they have good cards. This game has a card system to where you can increase, you know, your shot success rate, your block stats, all that, right? And you gotta pay good money to make sure you have good cards. You got to make sure you have multiple characters leveled up, because there's two halves. You can, a character runs out of stamina in this game, right? So you can only use that character for one half, and then you got to switch to another character. So you got to make sure you have two characters built. Make sure you have like characters built for certain roles when people don't want to play, you know, center or something. Make sure you have characters for that. Make sure this game also has a system to where when you have characters built, they increase your stats overall, or for that role, your position, the position that you're playing, right? So let's say that you have like two small forwards, P5, you can have them buff an ability or a stat for all your small forwards. So you got to make sure you have that all the way up. Like, it legit is a gacha game. I can't stop saying this enough. You got to pay money. You got to pay. It's not worth playing. It is not worth playing. And I remember like they wanted the content creators or people. They're doing it right now where they're having this event where you get like rewards for inviting people into this game, because they really need people to play this game. But do not play this horrible ass game. Like, I'm fully done with the game. If you ever see me on the game, I'm not spending money on it. I'll tell you that right now. I still haven't spent any money on it ever since ever since I said I wasn't going to spend any money on this game. I still haven't spent anything on this game. I stick to my word. When I say something like that, I stick to it. I still have like materials on this game, so I might come back when Ginger gets a P7, because Ginger's my favorite character. I might P7 Ginger, but then check her out. I know she's still going to be ass because this game just refuses to rework these past characters, give them new skills, but it is what it is. It is what it is. If this game wants to stay like this, it can. If it wants to stay scummy to where you got to keep paying for the new stuff, fine. I'll just play something, you know, that I just buy, and then I play the game and I have fun. There's so many games out here. Just don't waste your time with 3on3. So yeah, it's not worth it. Not at all. All right. Peace out.